Finally on time. Welcome, Leia. Nice to have you here. All right. Here we go. Do I want to stop and talk to Persephone first? The one thing that I would like more, more transparency from the game on is like, am I eating up the days if I do like extra talking to people? Because that I'm kind of unclear on that. Nice to have everybody here.
Back again so soon, Grace? You're practically a regular at the club.
Yeah, I just came from a chat with Medusa, and...
You found her? Well, you're in one piece, so clearly my fears were unfounded.
Nope, they were completely founded, actually. Maybe I better explain what happened.
Fade down, fade up.
I knew it. We never should have brought that monster to the New World. Athena is a fool to think Medusa can be controlled.
I did, Ms.
You were
Wicked Wolf,
fortunate
yes.
to have made it out in one piece. It could have gone very poorly for you.
You're right. I should have brought you to protect little old defenseless me.
Ah. If I'd gone, you would have found nothing more than an empty building, I assure you.
Because you're so big and scary.
I'm glad you appreciate my finer qualities.
At any rate, Medusa might be in the clear. Pan, however, is not.
Pan might admit something unintentionally, but he can be too clever. Let me give some thought to our next step. Now then, unless you've something else to ask?
No, not really. I'll see you later, Persephone.
Okay. Reliquary it is. Whoa. I'm always happy to provide a distraction,
When I opened the shipping
Julie.
container, I was expecting, I don't know, rats.
Wow.
Yeah. Instead we have... Where the hell are we?
Loves me an
It's hard to
extra-dimensional
say.
door.
Weren't we going to some kind of library?
That's how Pan described it. He said it was a, what's the word? A reliquary?
That is where relics are kept, like magic items, like when we played D&D.
This is nothing like D&D.
Well, I don't know about you, Grace, but if a dragon came flying out of that mist, I would not be the least bit surprised.
Okay, she's got a point there.
You're such a nerd.
Speaking of, how much do you actually know about Hecate and this idol you're supposed to help?
The idol we're here to help is named Asterion.
And you know who that is, right?
No. Should I?
That's the Minotaur's real name. You know, big bullhead, horns, lives in a giant labyrinth.
Ooh.
Pan did not mention that.
Of course
Why
he
am I
did.
not surprised?
This Minotaur. You don't think he might be dangerous, do you?
Well, traditionally he eats people, but he was also supposed to have been slain by the hero Theseus.
Well, not so slain after all. Pan says he has a problem with his love life.
I can imagine.
Maybe he needs to stop eating all his girlfriends?
I mean...
Okay, I knew that sounded wrong the moment
Yeah.
I said it.
Okay. I'm glad the game said it. Otherwise, I was going to have to.
Do you know anything about this Hecate? It's not a name that rings bells.
Let's see. Well, she was the goddess of witchcraft, the really dark kind.
Oh.
But she's never really portrayed as evil. She was more of an outsider.
Freddy
living
always with the
off in a
finger
little
guns.
corner of
I
the
like that. It's a
underworld.
nice touch.
Do you think that's where we could be? Oh, that is so cool. Oh, I bet knowledge is important to her. It could be an angle if you talk to her.
I don't know if I'm supposed to be simultaneously pursuing two people. I kind of am, and I don't know if the game's gonna get upset with me later for doing that.
I'm so glad I brought you, Freddy. I wouldn't know the first thing about any of this.
Nah. Well, I hope it's actually helpful to tell you these things.
Why wouldn't it be?
Because it could all be wrong. I would have never pegged Apollo for a surfer dude with confidence issues.
Oh, I would have pegged Apollo.
Yeah, good point.
Sorry! Not sorry.
We should go inside instead of standing out here in the fog.
It's more of a mist, really.
A mist potentially full of monsters.
In we go, then. Are you really planning on doing that favor for Pan?
Meddle in love lives? Sweet Talk, the goddess of witchcraft? Freddy, who are you dealing with?
The master meddler and sweet talker?
Damn straight.
I look forward to seeing you in operation. There's no way at all this could go poorly.
Freddy's the kind of character I do like, but frequently in recent media it gets overused. Like where you have multiple characters that are that snarky, it gets old quick. Having just one, that can work. And she's working for me.
I guess the Titan thing is literal, huh?
Mortals within the reliquary. Who permits this intrusion, this sacrilege?
Oh,
this
shit.
Knowledge is not meant for the likes of you.
Oh.
I shall grind you into the dust from whence you came.
Okay, so we started on the wrong foot there.
I'm really sorry if we startled you. My name is Grace. We've never met before, but I'm the new muse.
And I'm Freddy. Big fan.
If I broke a rule, I apologize. Pan didn't mention anything about that, I'm afraid.
He does that a lot.
Grace?
Ooh. That seemed to make a difference. Oh. Okay, so we're chilling.
Calliope is dead. Is that now? I thought that was not for another 11 months yet.
Oh, shit. Ha 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 ha. Oh, interesting. Sorry, give me a second.
Wait, what? You knew Calliope was going to die?
No, I am not informed of this for another 11 months and 3 days.
Or I could just tell you now?
That cannot be. It is written.
Interesting.
Yes, it's right here. Calliope joins Grace's band. They become friends. Months later, there is an automobile accident and...
An accident?
Nope.
That's not what happened.
Are you saying the books are wrong?
In this case, yeah.
They're wrong about this. Calliope was murdered just a few days ago.
That is impossible.
I don't know what to tell you.
You will explain. We will both sit and you will explain. There will be tea.
Oh, lovely. I love the declarative nature of that.
Curious.
There will be tea.
It is clear something unanticipated has occurred, something outside the realm of fate.
Is that even possible?
It is, but I must follow the threads back to their source to find the origin of the deviation. It may take years of research.
Years? I don't have years.
That is unfortunate. If there is nothing else, I must ask you both to leave so I may begin at once.
Is there no way to speed that up? Whoever's behind it might be the murderer.
Such threads are not so easily untangled. I must consult the Moirai, if indeed they are not the ones responsible.
The Moi what?
You might know them as the Fates.
Yeah.
They, or any beings of a sufficiently cosmic nature, have the power to undo the order of things.
That does not sound good.
Certainly not. They are also not beings I can summon at a whim to solve your mystery. I am sorry.
Fair.
Actually, I came here to speak to Asterion. If, he is here.
A visitor for Asterion? How strange.
Oh boy. Mask of Zor is such a fun movie.
Oh.
Oh.
Are we doing guests? Is that a thing? I didn't know.
Oh, he's so
Okay,
cute.
Betty was right.
As if there was any doubt.
My old
Oh
friend,
my
this
gosh.
is Grace. She is our muse from the line of Calliope, and it is she who asked for you.
Hi there. Can we talk? Somewhere in private?
Talk? What, you and me? Why? What about?
Oh, about a delicate matter that maybe you needed help with?
Oh, nope. No, no idea what you're talking about. No delegates here.
There you have it, Grace. I believe now is the time when you leave.
But there must be some mistake.
There is no mistake. Not this time.
Are you sure about that? Because I'm not going.
It is written.
Did you hear that?
Damn.
Pan sends me all this
Okay.
way and Asterion won't even talk to us?
Maybe there's another Asterion?
Yeah, more likely Pan's got me chasing my tail. This was pointless.
I don't think we're getting back inside. Do you have another plan?
Dang it. I would not recommend sneaking in. No, not with Hecate expecting you gone. Did you know they're making Steven Universe spinoff about Lars? I did not. Don't know how I feel about that. Huh.
I don't know if my powers will even work on Hecate, but it's worth a shot.
Ooh, a musical number. Do you think this one could be... do you hear what I'm hearing?
Oh, you still here? I had to run the entire... Oh, that's a long way, innit?
He's such a small bean. Oh.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to send you away, alright? I just couldn't tell you, not in front of Kate.
Kate, that's what he... Aww. He's so freaking cute.
Maybe now you can tell me what this big favor is.
Come on, isn't it obvious?
I heard what you said about Calliope. I can help you. I really, really can. It has to be you. I am so in love with my dear sweet Kate. I just don't know how to tell her. Please, help me tell her.
Aww.
Let me get this straight. You're in love with Hecate. That Hecate.
Oh, mate, Kate is... She's just the best. Like, she knows everything and she always smells so good. Like, she's so nice to me and she doesn't even have to be. Oh, we got stuck in the tower together because we can't live in the mortal world. I know I could make her happy. Well, I want to try. Oh, won't you help me?
Are you really the Minotaur? Like, the monster who roamed a maze and ate people?
And is supposed to be dead?
Well, my father locked me up in a labyrinth, but I never ate anyone.
Oh, well, that's good.
Except Theseus. But he was a bellend.
The casualness of that. Oh, I love it. Oh, that's terrific. Oh.
Have you tried, I don't know, talking to her about how you feel? I take that as a no.
I don't have the words. I've tried. Every time I end up knocking over a table or killing a cat or talking about how sometimes meat has that grisly texture I don't like.
You killed her cat? Oh, no.
It was a small cat. I panicked. I'm just not good at words. Right? Really not good.
Oh.
Do you really call Hecate Kate? Off topic, I know, but I have to ask.
Sometimes she has to go into the mortal world for a short time and do things for Athena.
Uh-huh. And...
Well, she had to make up a magic disguise, you know, a new identity. And I thought she should give it a proper name.
And you suggested Kate?
Yeah, she really liked it. She said, "Thank you, Asterion."
Oh. Gonna be called Lars of the Stars. Is about him traveling around space with a crew of gems and the gem ship he sold. I mean, I figured that's what it would be about. It's not, okay, it's not like there was never room to expand him out. My skepticism comes with how far out from the show this is being done. That's what has it. I'm not saying it can't work, but I'm saying the amount of time that's already passed makes it smell a little bit of well, we gotta do something. And whether that's coming from Cartoon Network that owns the thing, or I don't know if Rebecca Sugar's working on it, but it has that smell of people who can't come up with a new idea.
Okay, so you're in love with Kate. What is it you think I can do?
A muse knows about poetry and the heart and how to make words beautiful. All I want is to ask her, but I need good words. You know, please say you'll help me.
Hecate might say no. You know that, right?
Well, she probably will. I mean, she's Kate. And I'm me.
Oh, good. He's not entitled.
I'd like to be able to ask her, you know, to say it out loud instead of thinking it. I'll still help you. No matter what she says. I promise.
I do this and you'll help me in return, right?
Athena made Kate swear. She's not allowed to say anything about what happens at the tower. But she never made me swear. Maybe she never thought anyone would ask. But I'll tell you. Even if Kate doesn't like it, I'll tell you.
If I do this first.
If you help me, any trouble will be worth it.
Hey, Jen. Good to see you.
Okay, I have an idea.
You do? Well, you do?
You, my bullish friend,
Hey there,
are gonna
Dharma.
sing your little heart out.
Thank you for the super chat.
Grace always has the best ideas.
I'll set up a vibe and you go for it.
I'm not great at words. I'm more of a dancer.
Just speak from the heart. Be honest. You can do it.
Come on, buddy.
You cast a spell on me. Not literally, obviously. But I feel in summary, you and me are meant to be. 'Cause you put a hex on me.
Okay, yeah, he needs some help.
Me directly. I'm not blaming you specifically, just that metaphorically shit can sometimes me.
It's okay. Okay, what are some of the things you love about her?
Oh, this is so sweet.
Hecate, with you there's so much to love. Oh, I'm not saying you're fat.
Ah,
Just say that.
Okay, hold on.
Tell her something she doesn't know about herself.
Oh, Katie, to me, you know you enrapture
Ooh, good word.
is your pallid skin. Your lips are so thin. Your love of books.
Asterion, I have but one thought. Why is it that you seem so distraught? Are you saying you're in love with me? You couldn't possibly. Really? Oh, you're doing great. Give it another go.
that sounded like there was potential.
You've cast a spell on me. It's a feeling that's killing me. But let's say categorically, oh Katie, it's just you and me.
Alright, let her speak.
I cannot hide from my reality. I can't help but think it's best.
Damn it!
You forget me. I feel so little joy. My want is to destroy. You will come to resent me. I'm truly fond of you. Yet now it appears that you love me. How can you be so sure? What is my allure? Tears are near certain.
I could never make you cry.
It's not my tears I fear. What if I lose you?
Couldn't. Oh, I feel so powerless.
Let me be crystal clear. Do you believe this love of yours shall persevere? Despite all, it won't face, it won't disappear. My virtues are few, and if we see this through,
You gotta work on your
that we share may be too severe.
Oh, of course she sings my song better than I do.
Help me.
Hecate needs
Freddy,
needs
you
a
gotta step in. Me?
self-perception
Qualified as
boost.
I am.
Hecate, I'd say he's really put himself out there. No, he cannot undo. It's a brave thing to do. Wish I had his daring. I'm saying that I've missed out before. Last chances rushed out that exit door. I could never let my heart be heard. And it's withering. Now I'm reconsidering.
Here it comes.
I have always counted on you to speak to me honestly. You're at my beck and call. I've never thanked you at all, and yet you still love me. I let travelers know which way to go, but it bothers me. My own path I forego always seemed apropos. Yet where has this led me?
Maybe one step across the line will weave its own spell in given time.
The thought with which I must contend is, can I love my best friend?
Yes. Just decide.
Asterion,
Kate?
it seems you've cast a spell on me.
A giant woman.
Regret this.
Not yet. It is written.
You've cast a spell on me.
To think I shall have my own story,
You've cast a spell on me.
and we shall write it together.
You've cast a spell on me.
A tale of romance and glory.
You've cast a spell on me.
But do we have enough leather?
You've cast a spell on me.
Leather. Okay. Oh, cute. I have my issues with
Wow,
James Horner, Jennifer.
That was diverting. You felt this way the entire time, Asterion, and you said nothing?
I didn't think I was worthy. I mean, look at me. I'm only, half a man.
You have been a devoted friend over the long and lonely years, Asterion. I only wish I had realized sooner we could have been more. As for you, Grace, I thank you for arranging this diversion, however it came to pass.
I don't get it. Didn't you know this would happen? Wasn't it written?
Of course it was. It was also written that I would be unaware of Asterion's feelings until he spoke them to me.
But you knew that.
I follow the rules.
That's
It is written.
really fascinating. Honestly.
I'm glad to see someone happy, finally.
That would be me.
I am also not displeased by this course of events.
Oh.
Wow, look at you. Living the wildlife.
Come, Asterion, I wish to speak of this further, and find an appropriate outfit.
Hey, wait for me outside, yeah?
Yeah.
How long are we supposed to wait? It's been over an hour.
I'm sure it's fine, Grace. I doubt the Minotaur would break his promise. Say, when I tell you.
Whew. You still here? I'm sorry. Kate had a lot to say.
You gotta get some cardio in, buddy.
Everything's okay, I hope?
Oh, yeah. Oh, it was so wonderful. Kate just wanted to talk about feelings and that, which, well, neither of us are good at.
Well, work on it.
I suppose you want to know how Calliope broke into the reliquary that night.
We heard part of the story from Medusa. She saw Calliope fleeing from the reliquary, bleeding.
And when Medusa ran after her, that's when she ran into you.
Oh, yeah, that's true. But I was also chasing after Calliope. She'd broken in. Why she did? Hecate can't figure out. She didn't touch anything or take anything, but somebody attacked her when she was here.
How do you know Calliope didn't touch or take anything?
Kate knows everything in the reliquary, right down to the last book. She's been looking, but she can't figure if anything was touched. It makes her so mad not to know. And it made Athena pretty mad too.
I can imagine.
Athena got involved?
Yeah, when Kate finally told her, Athena wants Kate to keep investigating, but it doesn't look good.
Athena knows what happened here the night Calliope died?
Yeah, Kate told her a day or so later, I think. We didn't know Calliope died that night, though.
What? Athena didn't mention it?
Nope. Not that that's weird. She's not the chatty type, you know? She came in all quiet and cool, wanted to know who was here that night and what Calliope might have wanted. She swore Kate to silence. Not me, though. Guess she's not as smart as Kate.
Athena, I've got questions around her right now.
Couldn't Medusa have been the one who attacked Calliope?
I thought maybe because she was chasing Calliope too. Why would she do that? But now I don't know. Medusa never got into the reliquary. I sure never let her in.
Couldn't Medusa have broken in like Calliope did?
Yeah, but I chased Calliope from the reliquary. If Medusa had been there, I would have seen her.
You chased Calliope, but did you ever catch up with her?
No. If I'd have caught her, I'd have brought her back and Kate would have gotten answers out of her. After I ran into Medusa, Calliope was long gone. Only thing I found was Pan's key.
You mean this key? The one Pan gave me?
Yeah. Oh, Calliope must have dropped it. I sent it back to Pan.
How could Calliope have gotten Pan's key?
The same way you did, I guess. Pan must have given it to her. There's only a few keys to get into the reliquary. Athena doesn't want the idols to come here much.
And Pan has one. That's odd.
Yeah, so, I made it for him a while back. Different favor.
Yeah, favors are his thing. I mean, the thing is, Jennifer, I don't know how much evidence there is for him borrowing from other people, but I know that just from having heard enough of his work, he self-plagiarizes so much. Like, the number of movies I could name you that have the exact same 3 or 4 note brass sting for ooh, bad thing. It's infuriating. Every time I hear it, I'm like, oh God, again, man.
If it wasn't Medusa, who else could have attacked Calliope here? Who had access?
It was just me and Kate. I didn't see anyone that night other than Medusa.
How did Calliope get inside?
Well, she must have snuck in the back way. Where do you think I keep running from? Until the alarms went off, though, we didn't even know anyone was here.
What relics are there? Maybe Calliope was looking for one, but couldn't find it before...
Yeah, that I'm not supposed to say.
Do you have the golden fleece, the shield of Zeus, the sword of Damocles? Is it suspended?
You know a lot about that stuff for a mortal.
So it's all real?
I can neither confirm nor deny any of that. All I know is that nothing got used and nothing got taken.
Alright. Yeah, I saw you say that earlier, 255. Like, I don't know what else Rebecca Sugar has been up to since Steven Universe, and I'm going to have to assume Cartoon Network's still involved in the production side, even if airing goes to Prime Video, because unless they sold the rights, they still own it.
Did you say the reliquary has alarms? Like burglar alarms, cameras?
Oh, no, nothing like that. It just has a lot of protections. You know, magic.
I don't know magic, actually.
That's a good reply.
Dangerous stuff from being touched. That's how Kate knows nothing was touched or stolen. We just don't know what did happen. Yet.
Then Medusa's story checks out. She was here, yeah, but she was never in the reliquary.
And Pan's name popped up. He sent you here, Grace, to do some favor. Yet he had to know Calliope came here that night.
Which he failed to mention for some reason.
He fails to mention a lot of stuff.
For some reason.
If that's all you need, then I have to go. Kate will be so mad if she finds me gone. Good luck, Muse.
He's a sweetheart.
Okay there, friendo.
I'm just thinking about Calliope. What happened to her here? Whatever she was trying to do, she probably didn't succeed. She ran from here, dying, maybe straight to our apartment.
Because you were her last hope.
Yeah. What if she hadn't made it? She must have known...
One thing at a time, Grace. You'll figure it out. I know you will.
I guess so. Next thing is to go to Pan. Confront him.
What an adventure.
Sorry?
You're just lucky, Grace. Luckier than you think. You go do what you have to, and I'll meet you back at the apartment, okay?
I'm, like, still waiting for her to get suspicious of Athena, because I'm suspicious of Athena.
Pan, I hope you're here, because I don't know where else to look for you.
Thanks for stopping in, Jen.
Of course I'm here, Grace. Where else would I be but amongst the trees and the wild things?
Oh, that voice, though.
I really must thank you, by the by. Asterion is simply over the moon, and he's already repaid me with this select tome from the reliquary.
You're welcome. You might have warned me what his love life issue was.
Hey, there goes.
What was it? Asterion wouldn't say.
You really didn't know?
It was exhausting trying to get the poor fellow to admit as much as he did. At any rate, you seem to have worked it out. I trust you got what you needed. More grist for the mill of your innocence, as it were.
I did. In fact, I have a question. Did you know Calliope was at the reliquary the night she died? You must have, because Asterion returned your key. The one you gave Calliope. The same one you gave me.
That started as a question, Grace, but it didn't appear to end as one.
Is this all a game to you? Lead Grace through the maze? Or is there something more sinister behind it?
The truth?
Oh, I didn't even guess that,
The truth is
Trista.
Calliope asked me for the key that night, no questions asked. Why would I refuse her? The truth is also that I have no idea what happened to her there. I wanted you to discover that on your own.
Sure you did.
I suppose the question at the heart of this is, do you believe me?
I am inclined to believe that what you tell me is accurate, but that you are not telling me everything. I hope you had fun, Dharma.
You're enjoying this, aren't you? This tit for tat, back and forth.
I'll enjoy it if you're enjoying it.
Well, I'm not enjoying it.
Oh my, aren't you a delight? Even if you haven't answered the question, don't think I didn't notice. I've never lied to you, Grace, and I never shall. If you're looking for innocence, however, well, I'm afraid that's one thing I cannot provide.
What if I discover you're lying to me after all?
You'll do what you do, and I'll do what I do, and we'll see where that takes us.
He's so well written. I really like how he... I mean, the writing in general in this is good, but I'm really liking him.
I hope it's somewhere good. Somewhere I'm not on trial.
Oh, my. You do know how to spoil the mood, don't you? If I can make a suggestion, live the high life. Throw caution to the wind.
That's your suggestion?
And why not, unless you truly prefer Persephone forever running hot and cold. Take my hand, Grace. Take my hand.
Okay, so, all right. This is a point where I, like, commit or move on.
I'm not gonna give up on Persephone because you say so.
You'd rather she gave up on you first? Do you truly prefer such misery before you,
Before I die?
Oof. She got you, buddy.
You don't have any hope for me, do you? You're just taking what you can get before it's over.
Oh, she got your
I've
number.
seen this story many times, Grace. I've told this story many times. And it always ends the same way.
What's the point of even getting to know me then? Right?
Ooh. Yeah, more or less 255, but it's worth dissecting because it's a microcosm of what tends to go on. I'm glad you appreciate me being all over the place, Julie.
About what? It seemed like you...
Wanted to keep our relationship on a business level. Yes, I help you, you help me.
Yeah, that. Though I don't know what you could need my help with.
Oh, I'm sure I'll figure something out in time. Now then, unless you've something else to ask?
No, not really. I'll see you later, Persephone.
All right. Yeah, I will say this. I do appreciate the game being really clear with the symbols. Like, this one will lock you into Pan. These ones mean that that track is over. I appreciated that.
Hey, so what's the news, Miss Muse?
Miss Muse?
Well, does a muse have a proper form of address? I just want to hear what exciting adventures you've been having.
Well, I went to a party held by the goddess of love, and she died.
Man, I always miss the really good parties. Here I was, sitting at home, just reading a book. Everything else okay, though? Do we know who the killer is yet?
Not just yet, no.
No.
Okay, well, let me know if there's anything I can do. If I have to hustle to become your high priestess, well, so be it.
Oh, we can check in on the two guys we haven't seen since the opening. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh,
What are Kaz and Brian up to? You didn't tell them anything, did you?
No, I told them you came home, that you're okay, but that you're having a moment. They send their love.
Should we tell them, do you think?
What for? They have their own problems. Plus, Brian can't keep a secret to save his life, and Kaz is officially homeless.
Is he still crashing on Brian's couch?
Grace, You do know that Brian doesn't have a couch, right? Just some giant beanbag things?
Then where is Cass?
Oh. Yeah, it's cute.
Took you a
They'll tell us when
second.
they're ready. But right now, it's best just to not mix them up in this.
I should really apologize about the band.
Yes,
Kinda puts a
Trista.
dent in your plans, doesn't it?
You're right, Grace. How dare you sabotage my dreams? I am so mad I could spit.
You know what I mean. Nobody could have seen this coming, sure, but it's always been something with me.
Well, as I see it, there are two ways this goes down. One, neither of us gets back to the band. It was just a thing we did for a while before I founded a cult in your name. Two, we get back to it, and the band now has the Muse as its lead singer. Edge of Elysium becomes the coolest and most appropriate band name ever.
I missed that was the band
I
name.
hate that name.
Look, Grace, you can't be the source of all the drama and name the band, okay? That's the rule.
You know what I find weird? That the idols have managed to remain completely secret all these years. Sure, they have magic and whatnot, but in all this time, nobody's found them out? Athena is that good?
Who says nobody has found them out? The way I see it, it's like UFOs.
Okay, I have to hear this.
Okay, so you could have real evidence that UFOs exist and that governments have covered it up and people still wouldn't believe it. Why? Because they'd get laughed at if they admitted it. Imagine the headline, Greek gods exist and are living among us. What website would even run that?
I can think of a
Weird
few.
Conspiracy ones. Yeah.
Yeah, bingo.
You're right. Exactly how much do you know about the Greek gods, Freddy?
She seems to know plenty.
I know my Greek mythology, but what I've read clearly doesn't line up with who they are today. Or who they ever were, maybe.
Still might be useful. There's got to be some truth to those stories, right?
Well, there
Maybe.
seems to have been.
Who do you want to hear about?
No, 255. The point was that he didn't. So I'm gonna mix up which one was which, but I think it was Brian who has the apartment, and Kaz was supposedly sleeping on his couch. The thing is, he doesn't have a couch. The implication and the point of the joke is that they are sharing the bed.
Do you know anything about the Muses? Or Calliope in particular?
Yeah, for starters, there were supposed to be 9. Though I guess there are some sources that said there were only 4, maybe 3. Each of the muses had her specialty. Did you know that Calliope is supposed to be the muse of epic poetry? She inspired the Odyssey.
Wow. I don't even like poetry.
Yeah, it was said her singing voice was unmatched. So they got that part right, at least.
Did she also lead the ancient Greeks in giant choreographed dance numbers?
Yeah, I don't care, Ms.
But
Wicked
she once
Wolf.
turned a bunch of snobby princesses into magpies, so there's that.
Sorry, give me a second.
What about Athena? Is she really supposed to be the goddess of wisdom?
Sure, but mostly that's meant as tactical knowledge. Athena wasn't all sweetness and light. She was a warrior goddess. She was also the goddess of heroes. There are loads of stories where Athena helps guys like Odysseus or Jason or Perseus.
No female heroes back in those days?
Yeah, I guess not. Women were the weaker sex, which maybe is why Athena was portrayed as being vindictive. She cursed Medusa, one of her own priestesses. She turned people into spiders, struck them blind, started the Trojan War. It's the whole thing.
Not
It's
being as
debatable
wise
who
as
started the
advertised is on
Trojan
brand for
War.
her then.
Like, what? Oh, what's her fucking name? Hold on. Eris. That's who it was. I'd be more apt to blame Eris for the Trojan War than I would Athena.
Just how many of these gods are there? From what I've heard, lots of idols live around here.
Well, there are tons of minor gods in Greek mythology, hundreds even, depending on how you define them. Oddly, there's never any mention of the word idols in relation to them. Maybe it's like how people worshipped idols?
I sort of assumed it was related to the eidolon.
Which is a Greek word, but I think it means ghost. An image of someone after they die.
Makes sense.
Me? I'm more amazed at all the big names missing. Not just Zeus and Hades, most of the Olympians seem to be gone.
Yeah.
Makes you think about what's been lost. But also, what might still be out there.
No Poseidon, no Hera, no Ares, though we kind of know what happened there. Yeah, we are missing quite a few. We also know what happened to Hephaestus. So there's a couple of them we know why they're not around. There's others that we only kind of know or like have a general implication of.
What about Apollo?
Okay, so the prophecy stuff checks out. Apollo was god of the sun and light, but also kind of enlightenment in general. He's always talked about as this beautiful and cultured god involved with the arts and the muses, kind of a Renaissance man before the Renaissance.
He's clearly had a rough time since those days.
Well, he was also a giant horn dog, Grace, and it was like a dozen men and women Apollo has had as lovers, and there's probably more.
Weren't they all like that, though?
I mean, Apollo's no Zeus. He never assaulted anyone as a swan. And no, they aren't all like that. Our sun god had a reputation.
Well, like the thing is, though, Julie, yes, Aphrodite put Paris and Helen together, and that was a problem. But like the only reason the competition happened that resulted in Paris picking her in the first place was because of Eris and the friggin' golden apple. And also, Turan, you got to be more specific if you're going to say the legend of the golden apple, because golden apples feature in other myths too. They pop up in a few places. I mean, the thing is 255, if you're talking about gods, it is exceptions to all the rules. It doesn't have to trickle down.
You think there might be other gods out there?
Well, there are all those gods the idols say wandered off. We don't know they're dead for sure, right? They could be living it up in Australia. Who would know? Then there are all the other mythologies, hundreds of cultures, each with their own pantheon. So what's so special about the Greeks? That only their gods are real, right? All those other pantheons could be living in secrecy, just like the idols. And that means they're hidden from each other, too. Oh, they could be everywhere and no one would know.
It's like a whole other secret side to the world.
Yeah, it's cool, right? I hope I get to meet Ganesha one day. Or maybe Lakshmi?
It's funny, Tarand, I wasn't even thinking of Hercules. I was thinking of Atalanta, because there's golden apples in that one, too.
Tell me what you know about Persephone.
Honestly, she's the least like her stories. Usually, she's either a victim or just the wife of Hades, or both.
And that's it? She was kidnapped by Hades, end of story?
Pretty much. Her mother was so angry, she created winter. But otherwise, Persephone was just your average sweet and virginal fertility goddess.
You're right, that doesn't sound like her at all.
Must be hard to be defined by this one thing that happened to you thousands of years ago. I'd be pissed if everyone thought my story ended there.
Well, she is pretty pissed. That much is true.
So, like, the funny thing about Persephone is that, like, and I'm not saying this to say that the interpretation in this game is wrong. I find the interpretation in this game pretty interesting. But, like, because her best known story is you know, how she ended up with Hades in the first place, and she doesn't have a lot of agency in that. She goes kidnapped. But, like, what's interesting is that after that, so far as what is reflected in what myths we've still got, she and Hades seem to have one of the more functional long-term relationships among the gods. Hell of a lot more functional than Zeus and Hera. Definitely way more functional than Aphrodite and Hephaestus. Like, they did weird way to start a marriage, but like they seem to do okay after that.
You said Pan was some kind of lust god?
Oh, yeah.
Kind of. Pan's a god of the wild, and I guess that translates into a sort of lustfulness and earthiness, humping nymphs in the forest sort of thing.
And you don't like him?
Honestly, he's exactly what I'd expect him to be. All the stories say he's a lech and a beast. The Christians equated him with the devil. Weirdly, he's also the only god who's supposed to have died, though it's never really clear how or why. Anyhow, there's a great statue depicting Pan having sex with a goat. Next time you see him, you gotta ask him about it.
I kind of love that they brought that up. No, I never did read Percy Jackson Lay. I was a little old for it when it came out. It was a little past the demographic. I'm sure it's fine.
I wonder how much of those stories are true.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I'm giving you the quick version. There are reams of textbooks out there covering all this, but even they rarely agree with each other.
Really? Nothing definitive?
I mean, it would have
Ancient
to, Leia.
Greece was 3,000 years ago, Grace. Not much information survived all that time, if it was even valid to begin with.
Okay, that's enough questions for now.
You sure? I can talk all day. You know I can.
I'll check back with you soon, Freddy. Time for more mystery solving.
All right. Oh. Hey, Hermes.
Hi, Grace. I can just call you Grace, right?
That's my name. Where's Freddy?
Well, I know
She went out to get snacks. We were gonna watch TV while we waited, but well, here you are.
I know the movies aren't well regarded by the fans of the book, Trista, so.
Waited. Were you looking for me?
All over, yeah. Athena sent me to find you, but it wasn't easy. Yeah, you must have been busy.
Yeah, because I stand trial soon.
Right. Right, that makes sense. Anyway,
He's kind of oblivious. They are kind of
talk?
oblivious.
I can zip us over to Olympus anytime, if you're free.
So this is what you do? Ferry people around?
I'm the god of messengers, baby. Travelers, doorways, any kind of transition, really. The
Any kind of
Hermes said that
transition.
the transition part made even more sense for me. You know, extra cool, right?
Glad the game said it.
That's true.
I can connect any two doorways anywhere, just like that. So it's super easy to take people wherever. I don't mind.
Like, one of the things I appreciate about this game in terms of its writing is it is frequently, like, it is catching its own opportunities and going like, ooh, let's make a thing out of that. Like, as someone who writes, one of the most frustrating things will be like when it seems like a narrative sets something up and then just doesn't notice it did that and just lets it breeze by. I'm like, oh, you missed an opportunity to do a thing there. And this game is really good about not missing its opportunities. I quite like that about this.
You say it's easy, but do you like doing all these errands?
Huh. Yeah, I never thought about it. It's nice to have a purpose. Athena is super sweet, and she has a big, important job. Why wouldn't I want to help her out?
You can't be this nice. Are you for real?
Oh, well, the old Hermes used to say that a willingness to serve is more important than a willingness to be served.
So he was a sub. Got it. Cool. Yeah, I mean, that tracks 255.
You mentioned the old Hermes a lot. You knew him?
Yeah, I was homeless for a while. It wasn't a great time, and he took me in. Everyone's on the same journey, he used to say. Only the roads are different. And then he went on his journey. Man, I still miss him every day.
Wait, isn't he still inside you? Aren't you kind of the same person now?
Not yet. It's only been a year. Maybe I'll feel him again one day. That'd be nice.
Aww.
Do I have a choice about seeing Athena? I'm not in the habit of being at anyone's beck and call.
I mean, I guess you could say no, but I wouldn't. If Athena wants something, she's gonna get it eventually. She had that look in her eyes, like she really wants to talk to you.
She could always come here. Everyone else does.
Athena?
Do
Enter the
they?
mortal world? And no, she doesn't do that ever. Can you imagine?
How does Athena manage never entering the mortal world?
She doesn't have to, I guess. Everyone brings her everything she needs. And that creepy owl of hers? Apollo says it's her eyes out in the world. It's everywhere. Watching.
So what, she just never leaves the building?
She'll go to the reliquary and places like that. Just never where mortals are. She wears a toga and calls cars iron horses.
So she will go to the reliquary. Okay, like there are so many. This is the one frustration I currently have with the writing. There are, as far as I'm concerned, so many red flags around Athena, and Grace is not asking any questions about that. Does not appear suspicious at all. Which makes me even more suspicious because it feels like a misdirect. Because if the character was suspicious, then the audience might catch on. No, I'm already looking in that direction. And the fact that she isn't suspicious of Athena makes me more suspicious that you're trying to cover with that.
I suppose there's no point in putting it off. Do your thing. Take me to Olympus.
Okay.
Take me to
when you see
church.
Freddie, tell her I'm sorry I couldn't stick around for the movie. And mind if I say something?
Sure.
You've changed. I mean, from the person I met when I first came here. When, you know, you got it together really quick.
Thanks, I guess.
Okay, like my frustration though, Trista, is I don't like getting so far ahead of the characters that I'm wondering why am I choosing my trait again? What? Why? Whoa. That's okay. And I can't stick with charming. Oh. Huh. Anyways, what I was saying, Trista, is like where it's getting frustrating for me is when I'm in a place where like I feel like there's a really obvious question and none of the characters involved in a story are asking it, it lowers my opinion of the characters, because I'm like, I'm asking this question, why aren't you? Second trait, huh? I have been occasionally going clever, so I'll take that one.
There you are, Grace. Do have a seat.
Additional trait, not replacement. Oh, thank you, Julie. Okay, that helps.
I prefer to stand, thanks.
Thank you, and thank you, Time, as well.
You've certainly been busy, haven't you? Everywhere I turn, there you are. Including the reliquary.
Oh.
I'm uncertain how you got access, but even you must have realized it's off limits. Particularly for your mortal friend.
But you know what happened there. That's where Calliope was attacked.
Yet it's not where she died, Grace, is it?
So because she made it all the way to my apartment, we shouldn't care why she was bleeding to death along the way.
You think our judgment was rash? It was. In truth, I worried that giving you time, letting us all get to know you, would make it harder in the end. I am sorry, Grace. You may not believe it, but I care deeply. I care about what happens to you and to all the idols.
I do not trust you for a second. Ooh. Do I want to risk pissing her off?
Do
No.
you really? Let's explore where all that caring has gotten them, shall we? You're
Interesting
holding on
note
with
about
grip
the
so tight, your knuckles are turning white.
about
That's
the
not
clothes.
enough, is it?
255.
Every idol I've met is either lost or broken, or both. They're all slipping through your fingers. If you actually cared about them, you'd do something about it instead of sitting up here worrying about your precious rules.
Zeus was the first to leave. King of the gods. And we don't even know what became of him. Vanished into the ether.
Huh.
Poseidon was next. Walked out into the seas, never to be heard from again. Ares betrayed us. Hephaestus saved us. Hades was murdered. And by one of our own. The list goes on.
I've heard most of that, sure. What does it have to do with me?
We are dying, Grace. I don't mean diminishing or drifting apart. I mean, our immortality is disappearing. Very soon now, the idols will be no more. We are a legacy that spans millennia, dating back to the very dawn of humankind. So yes, I care. I will do anything and everything in my power to avoid that fate.
I bet you will.
Even if it appears unfair.
You know, it's too bad. I've been an idol for 5 minutes, and I've been out there solving problems you've all wrestled with for how long now? I could have helped you, Athena. I could have helped all of you. But you don't see that, do you? You're so busy holding on to what you have. You can't see what you're throwing away.
I know we've put a great deal on your shoulders, Grace. I do. All I called you here to ask is that you please not make my job more difficult than it already is. If you have any other questions or concerns, now's the time to bring them up.
Who has access to the reliquary? Is it anyone with a key, or...
Doesn't matter. You gained access, so clearly it is not difficult to get. Speaking of which, I don't suppose you'll tell me who gave you that key.
The same person gave it to me, who gave it to Calliope.
And who gave it to Calliope, then?
I
see.
Look, you seem determined to still kill me at the end of this, so forgive me for not being super helpful.
Speaking of the reliquary, you went there, right? Once Hecate told you what happened?
Yeah, I was not impressed by the delay.
If you had known about that, the night Calliope died, would it have made a difference?
The chances are exceedingly small that you attacked her there, it's true. Yet, Calliope was weakened, which made her more vulnerable prey for an enterprising mortal. One she knew. Perhaps the incidents are connected, perhaps not. I cannot afford the risk of uncertainty, Grace. I'm sorry.
Archie, come here. Come here. Come here. Let's show the people your cuteness. Oh! Oh, it's the puppy. Say hello, puppy. Hello. Ah! You're a good boy. You're a good boy. Mwah. Yes, he is. Don't lick me. Please. Please do not lick me. You're a good boy. Down you go. Ah! Scoot. Scoot. Go on. There's a good boy.
All right, let's talk about Medusa.
met her, have you?
Yeah.
I just have to know why. Of all the people you could have working for you, why her?
We could have left her behind. I elected to bring her because, in the end, she is my responsibility. But Medusa didn't want charity. She volunteered to work in my service. It's trying at times. Now, if there isn't anything else...
What do you know of Pan?
Pan? That's not a name I expected to hear. Been sniffing around you, has he?
I have some suspicions, and I'm curious to hear your thoughts.
Pan lurks at the edges because he likes it there, seeking out whatever profit he thinks he can get away with. Avoid him, dear, or he'll stick to you like gum to the bottom of your shoe.
Okay, so you don't like Pan much. I get that. But do you think he could kill someone?
We've all killed, my dear. I was a warrior queen, feared by mortals and gods alike.
Another idol, I mean.
Is that where your investigation has led you? To Pan?
Sort of, but I feel like I'm missing something important. Maybe the goddess of wisdom could help me out?
It would be helpful to know what Calliope was doing at the reliquary, but she's not available to ask. Not until you regain her memories, at least.
Why not put off the trial until then? Seems like a good way to solve all this. Yeah?
And trust what you decide to share? I think not.
It's worth a shot.
I guess I'll get back to my investigation.
I am rooting for you, Grace. If there's another way to resolve this, any way at all, I will take it.
Will you? Really?
Good luck. Feel free to take a cookie on your way out.
Don't take it personally, Grace. Athena's first instinct is to follow the rules whenever things get rough.
Yeah, clearly.
As if she believes that if the idols don't blindly follow every rule to the letter, we'll dissolve into utter chaos.
Well, is she right?
Probably.
Do you think she's telling the truth? About the idols dying out?
I'm not sure. I mean, if it is true, why hasn't she told the rest of the chorus?
It sounds like she doesn't trust you.
Well, the feeling is mutual. At any rate, I'm afraid we're going to have to disappoint her again.
Uh-oh. What now?
You need to go back to the reliquary, Grace.
You know, Athena said something to me. That it'd be nice to know what Calliope was doing there in the first place.
And she's correct.
We don't really know 255.
It's the only piece of the puzzle we're missing. Calliope went there because she had a plan. But what plan?
If she left clues behind, wouldn't Hecate have found them already?
That's a really good question.
We can't ask Calliope what her plan was. But you might be able to remember what she was doing there.
Her memories? But I thought...
That it will take years, yes. But if you go somewhere important to Calliope, or touch something special to her, you'll get flashes, feelings.
Do you want Grace to go to the reliquary so she can have deja vu?
I'm willing to wager the place Calliope met her fate has left its mark in Grace's psyche. We have only to uncover it.
Last time Freddy and I were there, Hecate wouldn't let us into the reliquary. Not without Athena's permission.
I'm certainly not suggesting we ask Athena for permission.
Then you mean...
A week ago, I would have said breaking into the reliquary was impossible. Yet it appears Hecate can be surprised. If her book says she will be.
Let's hope the book says that again, I guess.
Unless you've some other plan. I'm all ears, as they say.
What about the alarms? I'm not eager to have Asterion chasing me through the fog.
Calliope snuck in without setting off any alarms?
At least at first.
Well, I'll be following in Calliope's footsteps, won't I? What if I follow the wrong footstep and set them off?
Then they discover you and we apologize profusely.
Will not be a good look, though, just saying.
Are you sure about this? You want me to wander around hoping something comes to me?
I do know something about how memories work after the transition, but no, I'm not certain. You want certainty? Wait until your trial. Without discovering more, the outcome of that is certain.
What if Medusa is lying? What about Pan? We could look into him some more, couldn't we?
Oh, my, you're just full of ideas, aren't you? Do you have any suggestions regarding how we might go about doing that?
Deja vu it is.
Let's say I do this. What am I hoping to find?
Some memory of who attacked Calliope, or why she was there. Anything we could work with. I've spoken to almost all the idols, and every single one says they hadn't seen or heard from her. If she was keeping to herself, then why now? What started this? We're missing something important, Grace.
What if Grace goes there and the memory she sees is that she attacked Calliope? A Grace from the future.
Yeah.
Be a twist.
I mean, yeah, 255, but like my assumption would be that the rules are made by the entire chorus, even though Athena's the one enforcing them. That's my assumption, though. I don't know that.
Is there really no other way? This seems a bit desperate.
You should be a
That's
bit
because
desperate.
we are desperate, Grace.
There you go.
Either we take this shot at learning the truth, or we overthrow Athena and the chorus by force, and disregard this stupid trial.
She's joking, right? She's joking, right?
Right then. Back to the reliquary it is.
Any idea how you want to do this, Grace?
Because I'm game to help.
Cool. I'm sure we can figure something out.
I can't go in with you. Hecate would sense me right away. I will, however, stay close by. If anything happens, I'll come. Hecate won't stop me. The Minotaur won't stop me. Nothing will.
Aww.
Gosh, it almost seems like you care.
Ugh, can we just get on with this already?
Okay. Oh. Oh no. Oh crap. Ah shit. All right. I don't like that first idea. I don't like that first idea at all. Because that's just going to get Freddy in trouble, and I don't want to do that. Am I coming through okay now? Folks will have to let me know how we're doing. Seems like it's working better. Ah, fuck, come on. God damn it. Piece of shit. All right, it's still